Can you believe this wrap in my hand has 21 grams of protein? Look how good this looks. And it took me less than 10 minutes. This video is sponsored by Thrive Market. Can I be honest with you and tell you my heart skipped a beat when I saw that McDonald's is bringing back their snack wrap the beginning of July. My elder millennial heart has been waiting for this moment for so long, and for a split second, I totally forgot like who I am and what I eat on a regular basis. And there was so much excitement and then immediate grief when I realized like that's a no good food for me and that I'm gonna choose not to eat it. So in order to soothe my nostalgia of the McDonald's snack wrap coming back, we are gonna make a carnivore-ish replacement. It's carnivore. You can make this really strict carnivore if you want. I am not usually a big replacement food person, but I felt like because it's the McDonald's snack wrap and it's gonna be talked about so much, I think Popeyes even came out with a snack wrap to like compete with the McDonald's one. Like I needed to give myself a combination of something that would soothe that craving and the nostalgia. So when everybody starts talking about it, I'm not feeling left out. But I'm not wrecking my health by indulging in that food. So we're gonna make a healthy, clean version today. This video is sponsored by Thrive Market. Thrive is the online grocery subscription that I use that delivers groceries to my house monthly. This grocery delivery consists of a lot of the carnivore-friendly items that I either can't find in the grocery store, or they're more expensive, or I'm just running around to multiple stores to find everything that I want. I typically get things like animal fats for cooking, tallow, pork lard, ghee, and it is also my go-to to grab all of my sugar-free sauces. There's also tons of carnivore-friendly options for snacks or for travel, things like meat sticks, pork rinds, a lot of healthy options, and a lot of those healthy swaps that I use for my kids. We try to limit seed oils, a lot of sugar and grains from their diet, and I'm able to find all of those healthy swaps like the Simple Mills almond flour crackers that I can use for my kids for travel and for meals. We're using several of these items in today's recipe, and we're probably gonna throw in some of these bacon bits that I got from Thrive also. I also have unboxed for you my meat hauls, which includes organic, grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, wild-caught seafood. You can get a wide variety of really premium quality meats delivered right to your door from Thrive Market. And this month, they're having some special celebrity product partnership launches. The one that our family is most excited about is happening on May 23rd, and that is the Cloud by Khloe Kardashian, of all people, made a protein popcorn. Okay, not carnivore friendly, but it's perfect for my kids because not only are there no seed oils, it is cooked in olive oil and salt, but the rest of the ingredients are so clean, and it has a milk protein isolate dusting on it. So just eating popcorn as a side dish, they are getting in additional protein. And it comes in the olive oil and sea salt flavor, white cheddar, which has to be a duplicate for that white cheddar famous popcorn that you can get at the gas stations. These have also been impossible to find in my area. I wanted to try them for the kids, especially when we like go to the movies. I can bring this as a replacement for them. If you join Thrive Market, starting on 5/23, this is gonna be available to subscribers. And in addition to that, you can get 30% off your first box and a free gift if you go to thrivemarket.com/LAURAESPATH. Thanks to Thrive for sponsoring this video. We are gonna keep this recipe very simple and just try to do a very light coating on it. If you want like a thick, chunky, crunchy piece of chicken, I have a crunchy, crispy air fryer chicken tender recipe on this channel that actually would be so good in this wrap. We're gonna keep this coating a little more simple. I'm trying to not eat tons of dairy right now, and so this is gonna limit, there's not as much cheese in this recipe, but we are gonna use the pork rind crumbs, which you could just blend up yourself, and then we are gonna do some Parmesan grated cheese as well to give ourselves a good little simple breading on our chicken. I'm gonna use the chicken breast tenders. If you wanted to add more fat and I think it would be more moist, juicier, probably a better word, you could use chicken thighs and chicken thigh bites. I'm just trying to keep this as close to the original as possible to give me a little bit of that nostalgia. You could ideally keep these whole in order to have the strip of chicken sticking out on the top. So we just do 1 strip per wrap. But I think to get some more coating on it and to help give it a little more flavor, I am going to cut this into like nuggets. I'll tell you what I miss most of the time on carnivore. If I ever miss anything, it's usually a sandwich or like a fresh salad. And this, like something about the combination of the hot and the cold, you don't really get that on carnivore very much like you would in a wrap or some kind of salad or sandwich with toasted sandwich with protein on it or something. So I'm kind of excited about trying this out. I will say too, this is the kind of thing that Penelope she's 11. She loves this type of thing. She is my like salad girl, like loves steak obviously, but loves this type of thing. And I'm excited to make her a keto version also, but she and my son both got braces this week. And so her teeth are very tender and can't quite chew anything yet. So I'm gonna make the carnivore version today, and then I think we'll do like a more keto version that she will enjoy once her teeth start feeling a little better. So literally just cubed it up, and I think the only seasoning that I'm gonna use is just give it a little bit of the Redmond salt, and then we're just gonna keep the seasoning simple on it. So there we go. Next up, we're gonna do an egg wash, and honestly, instead of having a bunch of different bowls, I'm just gonna start pouring everything in this bowl to save myself the mess. So good thing I have a glove on and not two. But we're just gonna mix all of this chicken around in an egg, and then we'll throw our coating in this same bowl. I'm only doing 3 chicken tenders for now, but obviously you can scale this just depending on like how much chicken you want, but 1 egg with these 3 tenders is plenty. Into my chicken and egg mixture, I'm just gonna add about 1/3 cup probably of the pork rind crumbs. And then I'm gonna use my spoon here so I don't dump in too much. I'm gonna do about 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. That's like what, 3 tablespoons? And then I'm just gonna save my hands from getting messy and mix it up with a spoon. Okay, I'm kind of impressed with myself. This is way less messy than trying to dredge everything separately. And the result is kind of the same thing. So win-win, here we go. This is just gonna go into my air fryer at 400 degrees. And I'm assuming it's gonna take about 10 minutes, but obviously I'm gonna use my meat thermometer to make sure it gets to about 155 internal temperature. While the chicken is cooking, I am going to do the dishes because Chris is out of town, so there's nobody to do the dishes for me. But I am also going to make up a little bit of ranch dressing. So you could obviously use whatever ranch you like best. I actually love the Primal Kitchen avocado oil ranch and use this on occasion as well. But if I have the time and if I think about it, I like to just mix up my own ranch. It's a little bit cleaner. I am taking about 1/4 cup of Greek whole fat plain yogurt, and then I'm gonna mix it with a little splash of milk and some of the Flavor God seasoning, ranch seasoning. I've done this in previous recipe videos before. It's really not that complex. You just put in some of that clean seasoning, use whatever ranch seasoning you like. There's one from a company called Spice House that I like. And then, you know, you can thin it out with just a little bit of milk. And actually, since I'm gonna be like spreading, well, I'll put a little milk in. I was gonna say we could leave it chunkier if you like more of like a spread, but we're gonna splash this out. The kids have been doing a lot of like protein Ninja cream meat recipes with their new braces, and we've been doing a lot of like protein smoothies. So I don't always have milk on hand, which is why a lot of times I do the just Primal Kitchen ranch in a bottle. But if you wanted something cleaner, or if you just don't happen to have those ingredients on hand, or if you do have these on hand, you can just mix your own. So there's some good looking ranch that we'll use. And here in less than 10 minutes, we have some beautiful chicken nuggets, which you just stop right here and eat these. And we do this with this like same style with pork, those Parmesan pork nuggets I make all the time. This is it, but like sometimes we put Italian seasoning on it, which is good. And there's even some like little Crispies. These are good all on their own. So whatever I can't fit in a wrap, I'm probably just gonna eat the rest of these with the ranch dressing. Here comes the tricky part for the wrap, the tortilla replacement. And this is where it's just like, we're gonna do with what we got. So we are gonna use today the Egg Life wraps. I've used the originals ones before. I haven't tried the roasted garlic and herb, but I figured that might add a little flavor and take away from like the sponginess of it. And you know what? The roasted garlic and herb actually, I don't know why, but they actually have a little more protein in them. So that's a win. You also could make your, I've used the Equip protein pancake recipe with the unflavored Equip isolate protein and then just made myself like a big wrap. These are pretty little, but I mean, so is the original snack wrap. So I think it's the right size for us for this. Here we go with the assembly. We're actually just going to spread some of that ranch down on top like that. We will add my nugs. Let's put 4 of them on there. And then of course, it can't be a snack wrap without a little shredded cheese. And you know what? The original does not have bacon, but I think everything's better with bacon. So we have some of those bacon crumbles that we'll use instead. Okay, and the assembly part is hard. I just slid it up to the front and we are going to stuff this in there and just hold on to it tight. Here is our final product. A real snack wrap has a little shredded lettuce in it. Penelope, my daughter, loves some shredded lettuce, so in hers, I'll put that in there. Depending on how you tolerate it, you could add that for that like crisp, cold crunch, but it's gonna blow my gut up, TMI. But, so we're gonna avoid the lettuce. Here we go, look at this. Can you believe this wrap in my hand has 21 grams of protein? And you know I'm not gonna eat just one. So I'll definitely be having, like even just eating 2 of these little guys would give me 42 grams of protein. The ranch, the chicken, a little cheese, of course the bacon, that adds a lot. McDonald's is really missing the mark there, not adding bacon to theirs. You know, another one of my like all-time favorite foods like in my previous life was the buffalo chicken wrap from Buffalo Wild Wings, which is literally just this with buffalo sauce in it. So this is the buffalo ranch from Primal Kitchen. I'm gonna put a little buffalo sauce on there too, and that's gonna kick it up a notch. Delicious. How good this looks. And it took me less than 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes if you counted me like cutting it and mixing everything up. So cheap, so delicious. And you know what? It's not full of carbs and seed oils and other junk that I know would make me feel terrible if I ate the real one from McDonald's. So this is a good replacement for me for now. And as I'm watching everybody else posting all their Instagram reels and pictures and making me jealous, I will know that this is the type of food that I can eat that is gonna keep me on track and still keep me healthy. So hopefully it's a good replacement for you as well. If you have any other suggestions or other types of ideas for people, just post them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.